welcome to BloombergQuint. We are in conversation with the management of Varroc Engineering. We are speaking with Mr. Tarang Jain, who is the managing director of the company, joins us right now. So first of all, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us.
It's a pleasure.
Right. So we have witnessed one of the most prolonged slowdown in the auto industry. We have, however, come to a point right now right ahead of the festive season where there has been some amount of positive news which is coming in, at least as far as the dealers are concerned. What sort of information are you gathering in terms of ordering from the OEMs? Has there been a steady improvement in the situation vis-a-vis last year, or how are you reading things basically right now?
Yeah, as as you correctly said, there has been kind of a prolonged slowdown now. It's almost been a year, and of course the industry is going through I would say, a little bit of a structural change. With total cost of ownership going up. At the same time, of course, the financing is not as easily available as probably a year ago. Because I think all the NBFCs and other banks are, of course, asking for more security while giving away loans. So there's a structural change happening, and that's why you see so much of a kind of a degrowth. But see, what has happened is, according to me, there's a lot of inventory in the system, and at the same time, also the people, the consumers have been waiting, I think, for some time. Probably for some kind of probably like a GST cut, or for this festive season where they kind of get to see more discounts. So what I hear at the moment is that, of course, people are going to probably be successful. I mean, the OEMs are going to be successful in probably reducing or getting rid of their excess inventories. But that's about it. It's not that it's going to be probably a better season than even the last time. So I don't think it's something to really rejoice. I think the exact impact of the season will be known only probably, first, second of the next month. So I think we should wait for that. But having said that, I think at least I feel that the inventory, which was stuck up for so many months, will obviously get diluted or kind of eliminated from the system.
Right. Sir, also I was going through one of the brokerage reports which highlights the fact that how there has been an opportunity which has opened up or has been thrown open by the government's decision of moving towards the new fuel emission norms, which is the BS6 norms, for select auto ancillary companies, you being one of them. Could you elaborate further on that point, and how does this change in all help or additionally benefit Varroc Engineering?
Yeah, so generally speaking, what we will see now is that people will start transitioning from the BS4 vehicle to BS6. So you will see probably people controlling their production of the BS4 vehicles, probably more towards like the end of December, because people don't want to obviously be laden with extra stocks starting January. But having said that, so obviously you will see a more controlled kind of a production from the OEM side, which means that obviously you're not going to see some great growth happening. But having said that, yes, there are companies probably like us who are into some of the BS6 products like the fuel injection as well as the catalysts, for two-wheelers. So we do see, though we do see a very tepid kind of a demand in the last quarter of this financial, but probably we will see some extra sales due to the transition, to BS6 and because of the sale of some of our new BS6 products.
Right. So you've been one of the fastest growing auto ancillary companies over the last 3 years. Your revenues have grown at a CAGR of 15% over FY16 to FY19, and the additional benefit that comes in from the BS6 transition as well. Where does this put your order book currently, and what sort of a revenue visibility does it offer for the company going forward?
Yeah, so I think that, we have been doing very well in our the core businesses of global lighting and our India business. And we have been growing, our market share. over the years, and that's why we have this kind of a high growth. And the order book, of course, remains very good. We're having a lot of new business wins. But of course, temporarily, I mean, in the short term, especially in the last 1 year, yes, we have seen, we've seen a lot of headwinds. So we have seen that sales for us, being quite, kind of, I would say, subdued, in the last 1 year. But having said that, I mean, I don't think that we are expecting some. We might see some growth, but it's not going to be something really substantial in this year. But having said that, it's not that that we have not been doing well with our with the order book and with the new business wins.
Sir, a word on the electric vehicle space. So you are one of the largest players over there, holding a 20% market share in the lighting business, specifically in the electric vehicle space. How do you see the market evolving from here on? And this comes on the back of the announcement that just came in today from Bajaj, wherein they have announced or re-entered into the scooter market with the launch of the Chetak, which would be their first scooter in over a decade, and also an electric scooter for that matter. How do you see this whole electric vehicle space? What are your thoughts with respect to the government's timelines with respect to the increased adoption of electric vehicle? Could you share your thoughts over there?
Yeah, so I think that, see, look, electric vehicle is obviously something which is, which is reality and which is something which is happening. But nobody can really predict the speed of, usage of EVs, whether globally or whether in India. So I mean, it would be wrong for me to make a prediction because nobody can really predict the future. I think it's up to the consumers globally or in India. I mean, they have to see the need to buy an EV. Because presently, yes, I mean, the vehicles are costly at present, whether it's in the car segment or in the two-wheeler segment. So I think we'll wait and watch. It'll not be right on my part to really comment on the speed of usage of EVs going forward, because it's very difficult to predict that.
So in fact, my next question was on the strong customer base that you have while you do business with several of the companies, both in the two-wheeler as well as four-wheeler side. There is a sizable portion of your revenues that comes from a handful of names, say Bajaj Auto, wherein you have got at least over 50% of your FY19 revenues. Going forward, how do you see the revenue mix in terms of new customers? And for the next leg of growth to kick in, how do you see or how do you plan with respect to new customer additions going forward?
Renault is a new customer for us. Renault is Nissan Mitsubishi. The last few years, we have aligned quite well with them. We're winning a lot of new business with them. Also with the VW Group, who were not a significant customer, when we started the lighting business, when we acquired the lighting business 7 years ago from Visteon. But today, I think they're becoming a significant customer to us. And probably from next year onwards, probably VW Group will be our largest customer for a lighting business.
Thank you so much once again for taking the time out and speaking to us.
Most welcome. It's been a pleasure.